till we go again, up against the wall.
As we lock in on the shoe, take a look at the detail in the stitching of the upper panel, which is that midnight blue color, as well as the Nike swoosh. And around every seam, Nike did a great job of giving us some detailed stitching.
So good, you'll be singing falsetto. You know the outcome. She cool, but she don't get the job done. I've known you forever. These cats can't outlast us.
What's going on, my beautiful people? I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Listen, today we will be doing our favorite thing, right? That is unboxing some sneakers. And this is actually going to be from Nike's Move to Zero initiative. It will be my first pair out of that collection. As you guys know, they dropped some things like the Space Hippies, some Air Force Ones, and they even dropped some retro ones. But I knew out of all those things, when I seen the images for this particular sneaker, I knew this was the one that I wanted to bring to the collection. So let's go ahead and get into this unboxing, y'all.
I'll pay it off, stop working. Show me how you work it. Show me that it's all worth it.
Yes, as y'all seen, my favorite box, right? So I automatically knew, guys, out of all of the options from the Move to Zero, this would be the one that I would bring home. Like I stated, these were officially released October 17th, and that was an overseas drop date. I have seen local skate shops start to do raffles on these as of today, so you guys want to go ahead and check your local skate shops to see when they will be dropping these. I think I am going to be excited when I open this box, but I'll hold my judgment to the end, y'all. So straight out of that packaging, we have that colorful Nike SB box. Okay, we get that Nike SB, we get some Nike branding, and then we have right there our size tag. And it says Nike SB Dunk Low Pro E. E is for Eco. In the official colorway, dark gray, white, dark gray, size 7 for that personal size. And like I said, guys, you do not see any suggested retail because these did come from overseas. I got these off of GOAT because I actually didn't know if they were going to come to the US anytime soon. So I said, hey, it was a very reasonable price. But getting into the box, we do have that GOAT sticker, and then we have the GOAT verified to show that it went through every process. Okay. Let's get them out the box, y'all, so we can go ahead and put them in the mix. Okay. I really want to hold my judgment into the end, y'all, but every time I look at it, something else pops in my mind. But I promise I'm going to try to hold off, okay? So the first thing I did notice is interlocked with the factory lacing, you get an extra set of laces, which you guys know I love anytime we get an extra set, okay? Now let's jump right into this outer sole, guys. Looking at that outer sole, there's a lot of different specs that we see, different colors, different variations. Now this is actually made from Nike grind material, okay? And then as we move into that midsole, it looks like it's a white midsole, but we also still see a lot of those specks of different colors. Now this is actually a recyclable foam that you see right here on the midsole. So let's get into the upper, guys. So the rubber that we see that goes around the eyelids and the upper, as well as around the toe box and around the heel here, it looks to be like a bluish tone, but it also looks like it has some gray infused in there as well. I think this is more of a dark gray, and then it has a midnight tone just kind of fused in there. But that rubber is the same material that we have on the outer sole. So that is from, like I said, the Nike Grind material, okay? It actually feels pretty nice, pretty sturdy, okay? So no complaints there. And then we see this canvas material that's in the upper as well, that goes to the toe box, and that's also around the heel and the collar of the shoe. Now this canvas, if you look very close, you see different variations of colors running through there as well. And that's the thing that I really like about this entire recyclable material, is the pattern of it. It just gives it kind of like a fun vibe, because you get different variations of colors that kind of run through it, and it makes the shoe pop, in my opinion. And we cannot forget about this Nike swoosh. And that is actually one of the things that drew my attention to this sneaker. You know, so I enjoy the whole dunk design, but then when they start to do other fun things with the shoe, it just kind of really puts the icing on the cake for me. And so we just see that swoosh stitched in this design, in this pattern, which is pretty cool. I really like it. As we move around to the front of the sneaker, like I said, you guys can see that the toe box is canvas, and so that's going to be gray, and then like I said, we get a variations of colors running through it. Now as we move up the tongue is also going to be canvas and gray, but we have these laces here that are more on the blue tone. And the cool thing about the laces is they're not regular laces. It's sustainable material, and it's used from, they were made from yarn. So that's pretty cool in my opinion as well. And then as we get up here to the top where we have that Nike SB tab right there, that is actually made from recyclable polyester. And then we see that design, that Nike and that SB actually looks like the stitching of the swoosh on the side. So I think that's another neat touch to the shoe. Pretty cool. Now as we get into the medial side of the sneaker, it is going to be identical to the lateral side. And then as we get to the heel of that sneaker, we see all the materials and we see the same color. So down here as well as on the heel, like I said, that is from the Nike Grind material. That's going to be that rubber. And then the midsole is going to be a recyclable foam. And then as we get up top, we have that canvas and we get that stitching, and then we have that Nike up there. And this is what's pretty cool to me as well. You see the stitching around the collar of the sneaker. So that's pretty cool to me. And then as well as the top of that tongue, if you guys can see there, get it to the back there. So the detail of the stitching is crazy. It's crazy, crazy. As you guys could probably see when I gave you that up close B-roll. That's one of the things that's also unique in my opinion for this shoe. And that's something that I feel like Nike does a great job of when they go to produce these dunks, is lately they've been putting a lot of detail into it. If we can refer back to the community gardens, those are made out of recyclable material as well. And look at the crazy detail that they put into that sneaker. So just pretty excited to have these in the collection. But let's go ahead and get inside the sneaker. We see that lime green insole that has Nike SB and Zoom Air. So the insole actually has that Zoom technology in there. Another added bonus for us, right? Especially when we're dealing with this recyclable material. They still wanted to make sure that there was some kind of comfort within the sneaker. So that's pretty cool. So that sums up the review, guys. And to be honest, I am actually pretty excited that this is the sneaker I chose from the Move to Zero initiative to add to the collection. You guys know how I feel about dunks, and I feel as if they put a lot of crazy detail into this one as far as the stitching goes, you know, and then the specs that line the rubber as well as the outer sole, and even the midsole, in my opinion, has its own unique detail to it. It's just a great design in a concept, and I love what they're trying to do as far as bringing some nice selections to a campaign that's very meaningful. So I am glad that I picked this up. Before we head out, guys, you know I have to make sure that we've done those 3 things, right? Make sure you guys have liked the video and also subscribed and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything, guys. Anything at all. I have a lot of things coming up in the near future, so I want to make sure you guys are locked and loaded so that you're able to tune in at all times, okay? Also, we are continuing to grow each and every day, and I truly have to say thank you to you guys for that, okay? So I appreciate all my returners, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, and hopefully I see you at the next video. Let's get to this on foot, y'all.
It's been a while since you've been around. I know I just wanna spend this time with you. So don't tell me you got plans, babe. I gotta make up for this lost time, and I'm like trying to get back to you.